What do you think you're doing? You're going up against a CyBeast for Battleship Serial's sake. You can't just attack it head on like that. At least, that's what we'd like to say. Falzar may be a CyBeast and one of Mega Man Battle.Network 6's final bosses, but much like his four-legged counterpart, he is quite the pushover. A shame, really. Falzar spends most of his idle time flapping his wings and moving to different panels on his side of the field. That side of the field being completely empty with a giant gaping hole, since it is an airborne bird after all. However, chips such as area grab are still effective in this battle since his field still counts as panels. But since the panels are empty holes, you'll need to utilize either the Tengu Cross, Beast Out, or the Airshoes Navi Customizer program to actually move on to those panels. As with many bosses, you'll need to strike Falzar's head straight on in order to damage him. He comes with the standard final boss 2000 HP in his normal form. In his SP form, he boasts 3200 HP, which is fairly underwhelming for an all-powerful final boss. As far as recommended chips goes, first of all, most chips that are made ineffective by panel cracks and holes are garbage in this battle. Also, since Falzar moves around a bunch, you don't want to waste your time with slow-moving chips in most close-range attacks. Also note that barriers and auras are not a good idea defensively here either, as Falzar will occasionally create winds that immediately blow them away. Your best bets are wide-range chip attacks that can hit the target from a distance. Of course, being the final boss, you also want to pack your most powerful combos and program advances to deal the most damage possible. On the defensive side of things, you can use anti-damage, set up a bodyguard program, which is one of my favorites, or pack a few invises for good measure. Now let's break down Falzar's attacks. He possesses 5 attacks including his Desperation Attack, which he uses when he is on low health. The CyBeast will signal his attacks by roaring just before initiating one. Here we have the Falzar Gust. This is Falzar's answer to Gregar's Breath move. It's a very simple wind attack that acts similar to Spoutman's Hose Attack or Tengu Beast's Chip Charge move, forming a T-shape. The best way to counter this move is to use the Reflector to easily get a counter which sets you up to use full synchro status on your next chip. This is important especially when battling the SP form, since you need to make every hit count with all that much HP to whittle down. Aside from that, simply sidestepping to the top or bottom column of your area except for the back column will do the job just fine. Another thing to note is that when he performs this attack, after a second, you can actually move into the hitbox and not be harmed, giving you a free opening to launch a close range attack of your own if you do decide to bring them to this fight. The second attack is the Feather Shot. A good indicator that this is coming is when he appears high up in the air following his squawking. He will then flap his wings and fire powerful feathers at you, at least if feathers can actually hurt. The attack pattern is simple but random, targeting you while the wind he creates blows you towards the back panels. This is also where your auras or barriers will blow away. This move is easily dodged by moving in a circular motion around the field. Sometimes, however, the feathers may get smart and stop aiming where you are and start aiming where it will think you are going instead. So it's a good idea to cut down the middle occasionally just to be safe. For the Phoenix Stove, his third move, he places multiple fireballs on his front panels, which then summons slow-moving phoenixes that damage you on contact. This particular move requires more skill to dodge than all of other Falzar's attacks. You must evade by timing your up and down movements in between the phoenixes as they mow down your area. Also, don't try to use the Reflector here, you will be punished. The easy way to deal with these phoenixes is to use your Beast Out form and simply start firing the Falzar Buster to nullify those pesky birds completely. If Falzar suddenly appears in the middle of the screen above your area, immediately haul butt to the front because he's about to perform one of his more deadlier moves, the Claw Rain. Falzar will repeatedly pound the back 6 panels of his talons. While his attack is powerful, it is very easily evaded by simply sitting in the frontmost row. This is a good chance to prepare a counter-strike for when he finishes and returns to his usual shenanigans. Last, but not least, we have the Desperation Attack, the Falzar Rush. The occurrence of this attack is fairly rare even when the bird is at low health. Just ask Hero. He was dodging for a good few minutes trying to get the feathered jerk to do it. so this attack can potentially catch you off guard if you aren't expecting it. The way to tell if this Desperation Attack is coming is if Falzar completely disappears from the field for a second. Suddenly, Falzar will charge forward within a powerful tornado, first going through the bottom 3x2 area of your side, then coming back around to bullet through the top 3x2 area. Accordingly, you should first move to the top row. As soon as he passes, then move to the bottom row to get away unscathed. That does it for the CyBeast Falzar. Now you possess the knowledge to successfully evade and conquer this feathered fiend, and make him and Gregor pay for messing up the cyber world, putting to stop to Dr. Wowie's plans for the final time. We hope this video has accomplished its goal in training y'all to be effective gigantic bird hunters, and most importantly, better net battlers. We'll see you in the next Battle Network guide. Until then, rock on.